Tulsi Gabbard has qualified for the next debate. She will be in Ohio on the debate stage in October. Now, this is her fourth qualifying poll. Officially, per all the DNC's convoluted criteria, it's over. She's qualified. Now, I continue to maintain that she ought to have qualified regardless for a variety of reasons, and having to do with the total inanity of the DNC's debate qualifying protocols. But nonetheless, all that can be tentatively set aside now because she has satisfied the inane criteria. And she will be on the stage, so there are now 12 candidates who have qualified for the next debate. Tom Steyer and Tulsi now make 12. Don't know whether the DNC is going to break it up into two nights or cram everybody on the same stage. The Republicans did have 11 people on stage at one point in the previous primary cycle, so it's not totally outside of the question. But you're going to have a whole lot of hand-wringing among Democratic partisans who have an interest in, quote, narrowing the field and want everybody who doesn't seem viable in their eyes to drop out. They are going to be outraged that Tulsi had the audacity to continue campaigning, especially in the early primary states, and generate enough support where now she has qualified. So expect the hatred of her to intensify. They are going to object just on principle that she's even there. It's going to be seen as an affront to the process. So that will be the response. In the same poll, which is from Monmouth, which is generally regarded as having a good track record, Warren continues to go up substantially. She is at 27% in the lead, and that's an increase of 19% from the last time that Monmouth polled New Hampshire. Biden's down 11 points, and he's at 25%. Bernie down 6 and is at 12%. Bernie won the 2016 Democratic primary in New Hampshire with 60% of the vote. So nobody expected that he would maintain that level of support, obviously, with a fractured field in 2020, but the trend lines are not looking so great for him at this point. Kamala lost half of her support, now at 3%. I'm sure she's not looking forward to encountering Tulsi again on the next debate stage, but it remains to be seen whether they will be on the same stage or if the DNC, again, breaks it up into two nights. So the Bernie campaign, it would seem, needs a strategy to deal with the ascendance of Warren, and whether they have such a strategy, I mean, you have to assume there have obviously been discussions, but it is unclear whether they are really reckoning with the fact that Warren is eating substantially into his support base. A few other notes. Tulsi is ahead of several candidates who have already qualified for the debates, including Klobuchar, Steyer, Yang, O'Rourke, Castro. So, again, it just underscores that obviously she should have been in the debates regardless. New Hampshire is one of her better states. She's also ticked up in Iowa, which makes sense because that's where she's campaigning. Those are the first states that vote. So, the fact that she now has qualified doesn't negate any of my previous criticisms. She was excluded from the September debate on totally absurd grounds. But in terms of the narrow objective of qualifying for this next debate, she has done it. So, there you have it. Talk to you later.